Hello once again, players of good video games. My name is Nick Pell and this is my review of Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue. That is a mouthful. Now, while I will be talking about the game as a whole, as a set, I will be breaking it down into the three main titles that we have in this installment. We have Dream Drop Distance, which was a remake from the 3DS title, and we have Fragmentary Passage, which is a completely new edition, not seen before, and we have the back cover, which is basically a rehash of the events which took place in the mobile game. So without further ado, let's get into it.
As a Keyblade master, Xehanort had a gift like few others. But such great minds are often plagued by a single great question. What is the essence of the human heart that weakens us or empowers us? The answer, he believed, would be found in the Keyblade War.
Now, starting off with Dream Drop Distance, this takes place pretty much right after the events of Recoded. If you either played that game or saw the movie version of it in 2.5, you'll know generally what that was about, and this takes place after those events. Sora and Riku are about to take their Mark of Mastery exam, which if you played Birth by Sleep, you know what that is. It's basically to see if they are true Keyblade Masters, and so they have to dive into sleeping worlds, unlock the keyholes of those worlds, and then make it out alive. And they don't think there's any danger. Of course there is danger. And one thing that I really enjoyed about this title is that it does lead into Kingdom Hearts 3. It doesn't seem that obvious right away, but the end of the game does set up that game, at least what the general story is going to be, very, very well. And it made me very excited when I first played it on 3DS, and then when I replayed it on PS4 just now. And the game looks fantastic graphically. The HD graphics really show. It looks just like anything else that we have seen, especially with 2.5 and 1.5 coming out. It just looks really, really well done. The worlds look very crisp. I never really saw any issues with the graphics whatsoever. The music is also, I believe, redone, or at least it sounds really, really neat. It's very unique for each world, and it's something which I came to appreciate when going to the different worlds themselves. That being said, the worlds are very, very dead, and that becomes very obvious the more you go through the game, because while there is story elements to all of the worlds themselves, they don't really seem to impact a whole lot of the gameplay itself, similar to like what Kingdom Hearts 1 or Kingdom Hearts 2 did, with having companions and that type of stuff. And it just seems very, very obvious. These worlds just really feel dead, because all you're doing is fighting Dream Eaters, and that's about it, and going from place to place to place. And then with the Dream Eaters themselves, a concept that the game has is that you can capture the Dream Eaters that you fight, put them on your side, and you can raise them and evolve them and make them stronger as companions. This I found completely unnecessary by the end of the game, because I just was finding myself just fighting off all the Dream Eaters myself. I was high enough level because I've been fighting the whole time, and I just had really no use for the Dream Eaters as the companions. They just didn't really serve a purpose, and for a lot of the trophies in this game, rely on your breeding of the Dream Eaters and using them in combat and things of that sort. And so that's very frustrating for me as someone who likes to go for platinums in games. And then the last thing that I didn't really like about Dream Drop Distance is the dives. You have to dive into each different world, and it's kind of a short mini game of sorts, but it can get really redundant when you have to do it with both Sora and then also with Riku. And then while they are different enough so it doesn't feel like you're doing the exact same thing, it does get really annoying when you go through it once with Sora. You have to drop, you have to play as Riku next, and you have to go through the same thing all over again before you can enter that world. So ultimately, Dream Drop Distance I thought was fine. I enjoyed replaying it for what it was, but it just really felt really dead as a game overall until the very end world.
Why is Cinderella's world here in the darkness?
And now we jump into a Fragmentary Passage. This is the new addition to the Kingdom Hearts lore that we have not seen before. It stars Aqua from Birth by Sleep. If you played that game, you'll know her story. I highly recommend playing Birth by Sleep before you play this game, because otherwise you're going to be very confused as to who Aqua is, why she's in the realm of darkness, and what is going on with her story. And for the most part, I found Aqua's story to be very, very interesting, because she is very kind of depressed. She doesn't know she's going to get out of this place, and she keeps coming across these lost worlds, which are, again, very empty, but empty for a reason, because they're in the darkness, everyone's gone. It makes sense, as opposed to Dream Drop Distance, where these are very live, active worlds. The graphics also look top notch. I think this is very close to what we are going to see in Kingdom Hearts 3 when that inevitably comes out at some point, and so that's very, very exciting. The ending to the game itself it really ties up Birth by Sleep to the first installment of Kingdom Hearts, I'll just say that. And then we also get a very cool setup and lead into Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm pretty sure we saw the openings cutscene for Kingdom Hearts 3 at the end of this game, and that's really cool. That being said, I also had some issues with this. There are challenges that you can do throughout the game, which are part of the trophy system, which is kind of annoying. But as you complete all these challenges, you get different accessories, which you can use to customize Aqua. I found this completely unnecessary. Maybe I just didn't like customizing Aqua. I thought she was fine as she was, but that's just me personally. And then the game being as short as it is, you really do end up racing through a lot of these worlds based on your skill level, of course. But assuming that you're playing on easy or normal your first time around, it's just boom, boom, boom. You're done in about 3 hours with like 5 different worlds, and it's really kind of annoying as a result. But it makes sense at the same time. But guys, I ultimately thought that Fragmentary Passage was very, very cool, very fun installment, and a fun, neat thing to see leading into Kingdom Hearts 3, hopefully sometime at the end of this year maybe, or next year.
So, did you look through the book?
Yes, but I'm still analyzing it.
Wow, no quick skim for you, huh?
I just prefer to be thorough.
And then the last installment of this collection is the Kingdom Hearts back cover, which is basically a rehash of the mobile game, which came out 6 months ago or so. And I did like it for what it was. It's about a 60-minute movie, which tells us what led into the Keyblade War, which we've heard about for a couple of different installments now. And I did enjoy seeing kind of the early factions of the Keyblade Masters, because it was a much more widespread thing back then than it is in our present day storyline that we have. And so there were like trainers and different factions of Keyblade wielders, and it's just a really interesting thing to see. And I thought that the voice actors all did a really good job with their respective roles and the mystery which plays out over the course of the film. That being said, it does lead into the Keyblade War, but we never actually get to see it, or we don't get to see any of the main players in it. And so that's kind of a frustrating thing, because it leads into it and then it's done. And that's just a really frustrating thing, because that's something that I would love to see. Maybe we're going to see it in Kingdom Hearts 3, but it's something which I think would be really cool to see. The other issue that I had is that it doesn't have any trophies. It's a small thing for some people probably, but the other two movies in 1.5, 2.5, they all had trophies with them just for watching the whole thing. And so I was kind of hoping that this would. It doesn't. And so the incentive for people who aren't interested to even watch it is very, very small as a result. But guys, I ultimately thought that Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue was a fun time for the most part. Again, Dream Drop Distance was kind of a dead play for me, but still led into Kingdom Hearts 3, which is kind of a fun thing, and enjoyed replaying it for what it was. Fragmentary Passage is easily the best of the three, because it gives us a new tale. We get to play as Aqua, and she's a badass, and so why wouldn't you want to do that? And then back cover is a short story, which tells us a prologue story of the Keyblade War set in this universe. So those are my thoughts. I'd probably give the whole thing about an 8 out of 10. I thought it was good. It could have been maybe a little bit better, personally. But guys, those are just my thoughts on Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you like how I'm doing these new video game reviews? Let me know. And as always, my people, like, favorite, comment, and subscribe if you so choose. I appreciate it immensely. And as always, my name is Nick Pell. And once again, keep on gaming.
I'm not sure if I'm ready to wield a Keyblade. Maybe I do need to be tested. Riku.
Then count me in. Put me through the test. Just watch. Me and Riku will pass with flying colors.
Very well then. Sora and Riku, let your examination begin.